I'm very smart. I'm a very smart and powerful and cool and intelligent and cool and smart gamer. I went to unmute my mic. And to unmute my mic, my brain thought, do you know what would be the best button to press to unmute the mic? Not the mic unmute. No. That would be too simple. Because if you just clicked on the mic unmute and it unmuted the mic, what would be the point, right? Like, oh, I've unmuted the mic. I did what I was meant to do. No, I, for some reason, decided to hit... Ah! Stop streaming! I forgot that I had the volume turned way up high. And now, it's too loud. But yeah, I hit, I hit the stop streaming button instead of the much more normal button to hit to stop streaming, which is... Wait, no, to unmute my mic. I'm clearly very tired, which is fine. I'm allowed to be tired. I didn't sleep much, which is also fine. I'm allowed to not sleep much sometimes. Tonight, I'm sleeping like a mega log. I'm sleeping like I was dropped 50 foot into the nearest bathroom. There we go. What's going on? I have a side quest at Mount Gulg. I have 2 side quests at Mount Gulg. Ebon Memories. A sword fighter. Thanks for the follow, Trouble Planet. That was a surprise. And a sub with Prime. Holy shit, what an entrance. How are you guys? That's Kyle, right? I don't know. Do I go by name? Is that allowed? Am I legally allowed to do that? I get mixed up with my content creators because I'm not good at memory, and also I'm on like an hour of sleep. Hello, Kyle. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm currently playing better than Elden Ring. I can't say that seriously. Thanks for the sub, man. I can call all of you Kyle. Thank God. It's good because you got Kyle, Mike, and Kyle, but we call Mike Kyle to make things clear. With every last fiend defeated and the light of all four crystals restored, Jack and the others expect their hunger to slay chaos to recede, and yet it burns as strong as ever. The party returns to Cornelia to report their victory over the fiends, but to their dismay, find that the people are frightened by the changes wrought to their world and rain harsh words and criticism upon the triumphant warriors. The party presses onto the castle, but in the midst of their report, a breathless messenger rushes in to tell them Captain Big A's pirates and all the monsters around sea. The party confronts the darkness, corrupted Big A, and after enough blood is shed, he realizes it's too late to save him, tells Jack, Astos, rush of wings, creatures fly off to a tower, Jack and his allies. I'm not scrolling this, the game does it for me. And I can't read that fast. Dimension 11. This, again, 5 and 11 are going to be the ones I don't know enough about. Tower of Legend, Dimension 11, is filled with a great machine, it said, from which a singularity can be woken that can reshape the very laws of the cosmos. How are you, Kyle? I'll just say Trouble Planet, because I don't know if it is Kyle. If that is indeed true, then I do not doubt it can be used to accelerate the formation of darkness and usher in the apocalypse, while the wailing moans of despair do not yet echo full in the air. The time is not yet ripe to open the gates of Armageddon. That's my review for the Ryzen 4500. The time is not yet ripe. Is this the Donkey game? Every game is a Donkey game. I believe Donkey made a video on it recently. I haven't watched the video because Donkey is notoriously bad at spoiling stuff in his videos with no warning. And so I'm scared to watch it because I don't want to be spoiled on the goof. Are we just going straight in? Are we going to have dialogue? Are we going to have sound effects?
We'll find Astos.
I turned the game down too low last time.
Seems so.
How are you finding Elden?
I have no memory of this place. White walls, white floors. Honestly, I
Looks like
find
I'm
it
in a spaceship.
Well, we're here, and we have a job to do.
Yes.
I know that. Let's find Astos.
I have neither of you in my party right now. I seem to consistently pick a party that aren't going to have dialogue.
Time to go to
Hello, you're a tormented soul. That's very unfortunate. But you are weak to holy, so you're going to get stuffed. Is that holy? No, that might be lightning. No, that's lightning. Is that holy or lightning? I don't know. Let me switch to this. Well, you're dead. That's all that matters. You guys are not difficult, so I'm going to... What the hell are you? Oh, it's like an Elden Ring enemy. This is just like one of my Dark Souls games. Wow. Ow. You go for it. I got hit. Bomb, bomb. Anyway, yeah, Elden Ring's been a good time. I've done a whole bunch of stuff in that game. I've gone down a full side quest. I did end up having to look up a bit though, because I was going through not doing anything, and then I spoke to a character, and I realized I'd ended up really out of order in that game. Like, I run away from most things in a lot of games. Like in this game, I'm running away from. Okay, I need to turn the game down slightly. I run away from most things. There we go. Could you stop? And in Elden Ring especially, I've basically been sprinting away from everything that has come at me that seems slightly too difficult. I'm gonna die, which has sort of resulted in me being in a weird position with... I'm dead. I'm actually dead. What's going on? A weird position with a lot of the side quests. Like, there are NPCs that I talk to now that I hadn't spoken to early enough, and I skip like a chunk of their side quests. Like, there's one side... I looked up, there's one side quest that I haven't started, and because I haven't started it, due to how far I am now, it will actually just skip a chunk of it once I start it, which is a little funny to me.
Looks the same to me. Easy to get lost.
I absolutely can avoid everything in Elden Ring. It's fine. You can't avoid everything. I can avoid a lot of things. I've avoided a significant number of things. I run through a lot of dungeons. I was surprised at how generous the game ends up being at giving you... Rude. At giving you, like, leveled gear? Like, I got a +8 sword or I got a +8 halberd that I have been using since I got it, and it has done me well. It's not my main weapon. Hey, cubes. It's not my main weapon, but it has lasted me long enough. I should fight something in this level, because I'm not going to be good. Nice. I have a cool hat. I'm going to be fine. I've also respec'd my character recently, which I'm very curious about. Because I've gone from dual-wielding short swords, or long swords, or whatever they are, to dual-wielding great swords, which is very different. And I'm not quite used to it. I did manage to, like, handle a pretty tough boss after the switch, though, so I think I'm going to be fine. How's the party doing? Are you guys doing most of the work? Thank you. Please do all of the work. I'm going to continue my move. I just want to get to the bosses for the most part. I should be fighting all of this. The correct way to play this game is to fight everything. But while I'm here, why not just, like, chunk my way through stuff, right? Radiant Aura. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't have any of my power moves. Ooh, that was rude. Oh, that's even ruder. Yeah. I want to see... I want to see just how far you can go on the minimum number of bosses. Because I'm pretty sure you can get up to, like, the further north side of the map. Without, like, fighting any bosses outside of the initial tutorial fight. Which isn't really a tutorial fight, right? I still need to go and beat that. But I'm wondering if you could... There's a section I still haven't gotten into yet, and I'm wondering if there's a second way in that I just haven't found. I should use regen or regenga because we're all going to die. Like, I just want to know.
This door's mocking
I just want to shake its hands.
daring us to find an answer to its riddle.
All right, there's a door. Hi, Lewis. It's a door. You don't have to get all fancy with it. Just a door. Right. Why can't I just punch open most of this? Also, this feels very alien. Wildly alien. I've not played Final Fantasy XI, which is what this level is meant to be based off. I don't know if it gets really alien. Oh, that was easy. Like, not even a question. This is Tatooine.
It's a fairy tale, right? Everyone's heard of it.
What?
Stories say it started as a tiny village, looked down upon by the great kingdom of Cornelia. That through some sorcery or science, it soon overshadowed its neighbor. It prospered, thanks to strange devices that served without question, and fearsome instruments of war. Conflict broke out between the nations. and continued seemingly without end.
FF11 is the other online one, yes. What do you mean the Lufanians are a fairy tale? You can't just chuck, like, earth-shattering plot revelations at me like they're nothing game. I need more. Hello, Marlboro. I need more.
What's the plan?
What does that
Search
mean?
for another route?
Well, there's
Jump down the scary hole?
a Try Fingers Butthole. You know, I've played Elden Ring. I've played a Souls game. I know what I'm doing. 11's. I want to try 11. I'm wondering if 11 will actually still be active by the eventual time I manage to beat all of the Final Fantasies leading up to it, which will take forever. No music. There's no music in the level. It's just atmosphere. When I get into a fight, you'll hear music. But the game audio is, like, stupid. It gets way too loud, way too quickly. But yeah, there's no... It's just footsteps. 11 was meant to have a big expansion last year or this year. I think last year it was meant to have one, it hasn't. Jack 2. What? There is a fairy tale that is well known, a story of heroes who wield the holy power of light to banish the vile darkness. The people hail them as saviors, showering them with honor and affection and giving them a noble appellation, the warriors of light. It's a load of hogwash, a fable cooked up by ignorant fools who cling to the idiotic fantasies while remaining blind to reality. I've seen the story play out 1,000 times and it bores me. Dimwit masses work themselves into a frenzy of hope while their impossible expectations are not met. They sink into the depths of despair. What follows is condemnation, hatred, and inevitable betrayal, the true nature of man. But despite all of this, my dear friend still wishes to protect this world. Salvation is what he does is not for the sake of some pure noble idea, pure hatred and rage. Jack is just mad, and I love him for it. He is just so... He is man-fueled by anger, handling all of the world's problems. It is incredible. What if I'm playing... I'm playing as Jack, like, 478 or something. We've established that. I am probably not the first go at this. If Jack 2 was so good, when are they going to release a Jack 2 2? Fucking Tom Berry. Yes, tell me more.
Not much left. Cornelia was populous and strong. Yet year after year they lost ground to Lufenia.
That's a coffee.
It was then, when the Cornelians, weary of war and on the verge of breaking, that without any warning, Lufenia vanished.
Vanished?
What?
The stories say no trace of their civilization remained.
No way.
Don't look at me. It's just an old legend. No one knows how much of it is true.
See, now we have music, and the music's intense. Hello, Tombury. Right, could you guys deal with the Tombury so I don't have to? Because, quite frankly, Tombury scare me in this. Hello, Mr. Torku, how are you? Ah! I'm dead. Just so you know. This is meant to be an area based off FF11. Lufanians are not... Lufanians are new to this as far as I'm aware.
Enemy spotted.
Is this the demo I did before? This is the full game of the demo I did before. I suspect I'm near the end of it. Don't go in the trap. Yeah, no, Lufanians, Lewis, I think are new to this. Because they're not in FF1. I don't remember there being lore about them in FF1. I think they are an invention for this game. When did it come out? A couple weeks ago now. I've been streaming it for a while.
That kiwi gun looks like it'll work.
I think you've come in before when I was playing it, like after the demo. I'm very much enjoying it. It does feel geared towards a... I think the gameplay is like solid and fun and can be enjoyed by anyone. I think because it's free player co-op, what would help is if at least one of those players has familiarity with the Final Fantasy series as a whole, because there's a lot of really cool bits and pieces that link to it. But I was still playing the demo. No, I'm fully into the. Whoops. I'm fully like into the game now. We've gone into the full game. I'm gonna die again. I love it when he goes, "I'm not dead yet." Oh, I'm not dead yet. I didn't believe it. Okay, look, the visual language on whether or not I'm about to die when the health bar's so low is not the clearest in the world. I'm also blind and stupid, but The visual language is not clear.
This'll be a breeze.
So I need to be accommodated. There's a reason why I wear these glasses. There's a reason why I don't make the good word. Yeah, this game's great. I say as I run past all the content. I'm chomping at the bit for the next bit of plot. I expect there's like a post-game stuff of like challenges and stuff to fight. And there's tons like the combat's good fun in this game. I would actually be at an advantage if I fought more because I would get more gear. I would get more MP. As long as I'm performing well, I wouldn't run out of HP potions either. I'm honestly just running because I desperately want to find out what's going on with the plot. I'm fascinated by what this game is doing. It is a really magical experience that I think is not going to be played by enough people, and that saddens me. You know, I'm not going to get a Noah Cadwell Gervais video on like 5 hours of why Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin is actually a secret masterpiece, because it isn't.
I could keep going.
Okay, I accidentally walked back on the elevator. It isn't a secret masterpiece, but it's damn good. And it saddens me that it's going to kind of quietly disappear, I feel. Because it is. It's going to quietly fade away. There's too many big releases. Fucking Elden Ring came out. Like,
Another locked door. Just how obsessed
and
were
I
they
don't
with
think this
security?
is on the level of everything that has come out recently, right? You've got
Not
Elden
much.
Ring, you've got Dying Light
This must
2,
mean there's another key. And another
you've got
door.
a Kirby game came
Aliens
out, a
often say
3D
that
Kirby
things
game.
they can't explain were left behind by Lufenia.
This tower just popped out of nowhere. So it's more of a gift than a leftover?
Worst gift I've ever seen.
So there's tech. There is a season pass. Currently, the only thing that the description of the season pass talks about is like a fight against Bahamut and a fight against Gilgamesh, and then a couple of other bits. I think maybe gear.
With a bloodthirsty monster? Someone in Lufenia had a serious sadistic streak.
But I don't know if there's anything else. Not Moop and Dreadly level. I can't. I don't want to. No, it's fine. You stay in your Moop and Dreadly world. It's okay. I don't have to fight this. This would have been a $40 US game. Would it have been? Wasn't it a $60
What is
US
this?
game?
Some sort of crystal?
A crystal! I love crystals. I've touched them everywhere. I don't know what that did, but I've been touching crystals left and right, so it must be good.
Another
Are you a key?
Would this be the final one, please?
Good, a maiden's key. What's this do? I'm just going to touch stuff and see what happens. Yeah, there is DLC. I don't know what it's going to be like. Honestly, I'm hoping it's not just... Oh, that was a lot of S's. I'm hoping it's not just, like, bosses. I would really like more levels.
I'm not doing so hot.
Because,
you wanna keep going? I'm game.
they're so curious. That's, like, just so interesting to me.
It feels as if there's
And
a
to
locked
other
door around
FF
every
fans, I
corner.
assume. And I'm
They
not an
must
FF.
really
I'm not a
want
Final
to keep
Fantasy
things
fan.
safe.
I've been talking about this game like I'm a fan of Final Fantasy. This game is turning me into one secretly, and I'm not okay with it. Okay, well he said time to go wild, and then I got hit. Could you guys go in, please? Right there. Yes, you guys go, and I'll just hit this. That sounds like Steve Blum. I wonder who voices Jack, I wonder. I actually haven't looked at the voice class. Feels as if it was originally supposed to be an MMO. Not in the slightest. That's a strange perspective.
Second crystal?
A stranger
Aren't we
of
done yet?
paradise. A stranger of dice? Right, don't speak to me about that one. This feels like this is Neo. This is a Neo game, but with like a giant Final Fantasy skin all over it. This does not in any way, shape, or form feel like an MMO.
I can't do this for much longer.
What do you think we should do?
Ooh, lore? Lore. The different items and the way the menus and levels are made. I don't... Reminds you of DC Universe Online, of all things? A million different items is fucking Borderlands. Then again, Borderlands is arguably it's structured a bit like an MMO. Diablo! Is Diablo an MMO? I don't know, I've not played Diablo. There's too much loot. It's just Diablo, innit? When a strong-willed bearer of a dark crystal merges with the tenebrous emotions of the world, it is a gamble whether or not they can withstand the transformation into fiend. Curious though I may be to learn the answer to this question, whether or not she could endure this process remains a mystery for now. Then again, it's unlikely she would ever suffer herself to be joined in any way to the darkness. Even still, to achieve the future my dear friend so desperately seeks, this very scenario must come to pass. She is the final piece of the puzzle. Wait, so is Neon... Who is special and who isn't special? Am I special?
Now we should be able to unlock that door.
What
There's
door?
no way to know if this is the right key until we try it.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This is the unlock to the door. What door? No, I don't get MMO vibes from this. I just get somebody was way too excited with loot vibes with this, because like this is stupid. This is. I don't want to look at it again. Oh, I've kept my hat. It's a ridiculous system, and I remember Neo having a bunch of weapons. Like, Neo is not immune to this problem for me. That game, I felt like I kept getting more and more weapons that were all of very similar levels, and it's exhausting, and I don't enjoy it myself. And I get that there's a certain level of, I don't know, dopamine hit? I'm not sure. There's a certain level of like dopamine hit for people, but not for me. It's too much. It's too much loot. Don't like how I almost have a bazillion different things going on in the UI and menus. I'm trying to think of MMOs I've played. It's what put me off 14.
Device appears to be linked to this crystal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not fully
Right, so I
lit
need
up
to hit
yet.
more crystals.
Experience tells me there are more crystals for us to find.
Yeah, I got
Let's
there.
start looking.
Way too cluttered into new play, you don't know where to go. I think it's harder on console especially. Like trying to play FF14 on console, I had no idea how to navigate the UI, and it felt like I had to spend time just sitting there and figuring it out. It didn't feel intuitive. And that's probably fair, because the games are much more complex beasts, right? It's just, it wasn't what I wanted to do at the time. Key of Phantoms. Right, this was a door.
That should give us access to a new area.
Great.
I can't even tell where we are anymore.
Yes, Neon, thank
Let
you.
us out already.
For some reason, I don't remember Destiny being that bad. But I also barely played it. And I really tried to not engage with the loot system too much.
It appears they've all activated.
Hey!
Let's
Like,
investigate.
I equipped a weapon I liked and then I moved on. I wouldn't mind a Borderlands game or a mod for Borderlands where if you get a weapon that is like it has 3 stats higher than your currently equipped version of that weapon, it just auto-equips the new one. Because actually having to go into the menu and constantly re-equip stuff is a bad time for me. At least 14 is being reworked for it to be played. 14, you know that doesn't mean that the UI is changing, right? That just means that from what I remember of what they've said, it's
I can't do this for much longer.
editing the
should probably
party
take it
system,
easy.
the AI party members that you
Power
can
looks
get
tough.
to be more effective, so you can use the AI party members in
Now then.
content that
Ready to
is
try again?
traditionally meant for multiple players. I don't think it's reworking the UI at all. And 14 was already kind of playable in solo anyway. It was a single player story game. Effectively, from what everybody told me at least, is that even prior to this update coming out, you could play through 14 on your own just as a story game. You'd have a good time.
My instincts are telling me we'll find Astos behind
I
this
believe
door.
it's just
I think I'm right.
that they're
All I
giving you
know is
better
there's
AI
powerful
party
darkness
members.
in there.
Oh dear.
Right.
Then we'll have to go in with our weapons drawn.
Right, cool. I don't have good enough weapons for this, so this will be fun. I do have jangly stuff, though. Wonderful. Good old Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Chaos. What a name. More things should be called this. Or should they?
Over here, Scruffy!
like the big
You wanna play? Play with us.
I forget what you're called. I forgot what they're called, but they're in 15. You're like a mecha version of one of the enemies in 15. I forgot what they're called. I feel stupid. Please tell me you're like mecha big dude. No, you're just giant. Yeah, you look like a mecha version of a 15 enemy.
Skilled in swordplay and magic. Impressive for a mere machine.
Could you guys not?
Ancient tech made some serious weaponry possible.
Could you guys not
Conventional, but deadly.
compliment the big machines? Oh, that looks fun. Daemon, yeah, they're daemons, but I forgot. What, I think they're just called giants. Ooh, electric's good. Yeah, exactly.
This one's got some teeth.
It's just like a big version of one of those. Okay, now you're using wind. Bomb, bomb. Ah! I wasn't ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Could you guys distract it for me? Good. I'm just gonna kind of walk over here. Oh, I was blocking that, kind of. Ooh, okay. Let me heal. You guys do the work here for me. I need to bomb. Get some of that. Like, I'm kind of fine with this. If you guys want to just go in and do all of the damage, I can. Nope, he's changed his mind. Good, great. That's what I meant. That's what I wanted. Bomb, wind slash. Okay, so he's just cycling through the elements. Oh no! Hello, sorry. Hello, I wasn't prepared for you to be so close to me all of a sudden. Savage Blade, that sounds fun.
Take it from here, Neon.
You guys go in. Fireblade once more. That's delightful. Okay, that's less delightful. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Alright, and that gets rid of your fire and stuff, which gives me a chance to do some damage. So block. Great wheel, block both of those. Get caught in the fire. And then die.
Can't be.
Highly unfortunate. That's probably fine though. I feel like the first phase of that fight isn't super tough. The second phase might fuck me if he uses all the elements at once and gets hyper aggressive. Hello, what do you say? Watch out for its elements. Bosses will attack with Titanic Blade. Lumbering and slow. Dealing enough damage to its arms will let you counterattack. Okay. I don't like having you two in my squad. I don't feel like you do enough for me. Ash and the other lady, Ash and Sophia are too low level. You guys are in my party. Hello. Do you want to like go for a big swing? Nope, Savage Blade? That's fine.
Take it from here, Neon.
Right, I'm going to cast Protect Go. Oh, that should have hit me. Bomb. That didn't hit me somehow? Bomb. There we go. That's kind of what I want, because I want to get the MP off it. Backswing, great wheel.
Got a sinking feeling.
Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
We got this.
That won't hit me. You guys just go in and we'll be fine. Like, I really just need you guys to do your jobs, and then I can be fine. Bomb. Great wheel. 1, 2, and then I run off. Yeah, no, this is A-okay. 1. Dodge out of the way of that. Dodge out of the way of that. Let you guys handle it for a bit while I cast Holy.
Go to the light.
Skilled in swordplay and magic. Impressive.
Okay,
for a mere
earning enough
machine.
Ancient tech made some serious
ah.
weaponry possible.
Earning enough
But deadly.
MP to be able to do Holy safely is probably the play. Elden Ring is an interesting one. How so? What's piqued your fancy in the Elden Rings? Then you do Great Wheel. Okay, I was expecting a smite. There we go. That's what I want. Because I need to be able to back off and then cast. Ooh, Fire Slash is fun. Then be able to back off and then cast Regenga. And then Protector. Fire at one of those. You hit it back. I fire it back. And then I can do a Holy. Oh, I thought I could get out of it in time. That means it didn't cast properly. Fuck, that wasn't worth it.
Here it comes! Watch out!
Ooh, that's cool. 1, 2, whoops. Horrific block there. I should not have tried. Just dodge. Just dodge. Great Wheel is kind of okay. It's not my ideal, but... 3. Okay, back off to be able to do... I think Regenga takes priority over Protecga. Protecga. Just because actually, like, healing off the party seems more useful. Okay, Savage Blade makes him lose his weapon. Then he does this. 1. Stupid, stupid, horrifically dumb. Should not have let any of that happen to myself. Smite's fine, I can protect her.
Take it from here, Neon!
Right, you guys go in. Do you want to do a long-range wind attack on me, please? No, you're distracted. Bob. And then you don't come around for a second. I need to back off, because that's going to knock me into my quiet time. How are you two doing? Are you two feeling good? You feeling fresh and funky? You fighting well? Okay. Good grab. Does he do like a frost, like ranged attack? Yeah, he does! I'll have that. I was kind of hoping that might do more damage, but oh well. You're almost down to your next level. Okay, I need to earn some MP. I need to earn some MP. Could you not be doing these and give me some MP moves, please? Windblade's fine. Smite's less good. Smite backwards is kind of fine. I don't mind you doing it against them. Ooh, that didn't hit. Savage Blade. Run off. I'm going to just pop a heal, I think. Yeah.
Stay on your toes.
Ah! Fuck, I'm dead. I'm dead.
This sucks. Damn.
This is going to be a horrific time. We need to bet it'll snub. Elden Ring for Game of the Year. You're willing to bet it'll snub Elden Ring. What will snub Elden Ring for Game of the Year? I feel like Elden Ring is probably definitely going to win a Game of the Year, right? I can't think of anything else that would be coming out. You think God of War Ragnarok would be Elden Ring for Game of the Year?
For a mere machine.
Ancient tech made some serious weaponry.
I like God of War. I don't necessarily see that happening. I guess maybe the story of God of War might appeal more. Remember Red Dead 2? Well, okay, well I'm not the biggest Red Dead person, so I don't necessarily remember that. I don't really go into Red Dead as much anymore. I really need you to do like a big swing so I can get some MP. You are doing the thing I want you to do earlier. Yeah, I feel like Elden Ring is a shoe into win Game of the Year. Even with everything else that's coming out. Red Dead 2 is a fantastic game. Red Dead 2 has a really compelling story, like an excellent world, wrapped in some weirdly restrictive and frustrating gameplay mechanics that makes it, I think, a lesser video game than Red Dead Redemption 1. Like, I need to finish Red Dead 2. I don't necessarily want to. I don't feel... Also, hi, Straight Face. I don't feel like going and playing that game anymore. Because every time I pick it up again, I'm like, oh yeah, I hate how this game controls. It is restrictive and uncomfortable, and I've played better games, like better video games. I don't know how to describe how I feel. I think it was there's a sentiment that it's not unique to me. That's my cue, buddy. Hello, Shmeal. How are you? I'm currently fighting the Iron Giant, which is strange because I love the Iron Giant. Be free of the Red Dead curse. Ow. God, I wish to be. I kind of just want to be done. I want to finish Red Dead 2 the same way I want to finish God of War. I actually prefer playing God of War, even though I'm stuck on a stupid difficulty. I would like to finish Red Dead 2. Abandon, let it go. I've done that. That's the whole thing I'm trying to avoid now. I did that too much. I wish to get back into not abandoning my games, because I get too much into the habit of that. Enjoyed RD2. You gonna do it again? Yeah. Overwatch 1 over Uncharted 4. Well, I mean, at the time. But like, here's the thing. I said positive things about Red Dead 2 there. Oh, you're all dead. This is a loss. I kind of need the party to live. I'm not good enough at this game to be able to beat this without the party being alive. When the gameplay like is solid, I liked Red Dead 2. When I was in shootouts, I remember it being okay. But I don't know. I just don't want to traverse the world. I don't want to start a mission and then, like, I don't want to have to run to the camp to start a mission that then makes me travel for like another 10 minutes to a different location, to then travel to a secondary location for another 10 minutes. It's just woof. You forgot this game exists, never realized it was a full game. Which game? This game? It's not a remake. It's not a remake of FF1. Not at all. Like, I think it's trying to misdirect you into thinking that, but it's absolutely not a remake of FF1. I'm too weak for this fight. Maybe I should play this like an Elden Ring fight. 1, 2. Okay, block those. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Ugh, I'm not dead. I lived. I'm almost dead. Oh god. Bomb. Take that. Can I cast Raise before Nope. Holy. Holy's still good. Bomb. Oh god, I'll read that eventually. Gameplay. Yeah, and I got dunked on by someone because I talked about how like I don't like how Arthur controls. I do think that like the controls are clunky for me. Trying to interact with stuff always felt like you could make a mistake really easily. And I got a bit of pushback from someone on that. Which is fair enough, because I think that criticism was quite common and a lot of people disliked it. But I do think Arthur is a rough character to control. Like, the button combinations you have to do stuff sometimes feel really awkward. I will, when I die, I'll be able to read all of this. GTA 5 is much clunkier compared to Red Dead 2. Well, in GTA 5, I never accidentally shot someone in the face that I was trying to high-five. So, I don't know if I agree with you on that one. But, each their own, I guess. Bomb, bomb. This is the longest fight. This is an Elden Ring fight when I'm under levels, which I keep doing. Yes, Windblade, delightful. 1, 2. My best bet is to try and get my MP gauge back up, so I can cast Raise. Cast Raise! Arise! Chicken, arise! That actually worked. It doesn't use up my gauge too. That's quite nice. Could you guys go in while I cast Regenger on you? What, it was just over? I'll never lose. I'll never lose until the second part of this fight at least. Because there we go. Right. I'm stealing his weapon. Oh, I love Jack so much. Oh fuck.
It's just a mindless beast driven by darkness.
Jack, can we not pretend like this is going to be easy? Because this looks terrifying. Alright, Regenger. What's a lightning spiral? Oh god!
I got you.
You can't just like go lightning spiral on me like that's a totally normal thing to do. Yeah, all the boss fights do something like that. Every boss fight in the game has a midpoint, and when you get down to that midpoint, Oh god, you don't actually go that far. You have like a transition attack and then you get into a second phase.
It has overstayed its welcome.
Neon, could you do all the damage, please? I'm dead? I'm not dead! How does this gameplay compare to the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Comparing it to the FF7 Remake would be silly. They're fundamentally very different games. This is made by the same people who made the Neo games. Kiraga? That's really slow and I hate it. I don't like how slow that is. Don't ever do that to me again. This is a lot more fast-paced and honestly feels a bit more skill-based than FF7 Remake, where FF7 Remake kind of feels like you're, not war of attrition, but you're kind of just trading blows constantly. There's a lot more focus on dodging and blocking well and parrying and all sorts of business in this. This to me feels like a tighter like combat than FF7 Remake, but I love FF7 Remake's combat. It just feels like different. I really need you to like give me a chance here, mate. Oh, good, electric body. Yep, you did that before. Lightning spiral. Okay, parry the shit out of this. Okay, I still can't use a rise yet. No, I can use a rise. Okay, could you give me like just a second, please? Yes! I am tight. I'm very tight right now. Okay, you two are up. Debris missile. Focus on me. Good. You guys go in. Give me Ice Crush. Also, there's a whole blue mage element to this game that I love, where you absorb your certain attacks the enemy does, you can absorb, like a blue mage in Final Fantasy, letting you then cast them back on the enemy, which is a really excellent... I lost focus. It's a really excellent little back and forth. What's this going to say? It's going to be like, hey, don't die. Iron Giant, when electrified, the Iron Giant also gains the use of Thunderbolt, the powerful lightning spell, dealing enough damage to its arms will stagger it like before. Yep, very good, very good, very good. Well, I did the extra finish playing strong engage. I remember enjoying Red Dead 2 when I first played it and then not really wanting to go back to it. I think it's the same with God of War. I shouldn't have stopped playing until I was actually done with those games, and I think that was my major mistake. And I don't think that's necessarily... It's not ultimately a flaw with the game at that point, right? It's partly an issue with me. 1, 2, there we go. Buckle my shoe. I'm already hitting them now. Okay, now. Can I use Holy? I can use Holy. Are you going to hit me? Don't hit me. Thank you. It's weird how hard it is to go back. Yeah, and I don't want to like start from the start again on a lot of games. Like, Skyrim is an exception because Skyrim feels built for it. But a lot of games I don't necessarily want to just go back and start again. And some of my issues with God of War that I have are my own fault because I started it on the hardest difficulty and stopped. If I'd continued it, it would have been fine. But starting on a harder difficulty that you're then locked into causes a problem that I hadn't, in 2018, which was 4 years ago, I hadn't expected. Man, I did so much damage to you there. I mean, like, ultimately I didn't do that much because I'm not doing that much damage in general. You are welcome to keep casting Smite. Not on me though, on them. I said cast. You're not really casting Smite, are you? You're just kind of doing it. Right, regen to keep. I really need the squad to get into the second phase of this fight with some HP items. Because the big problem I'm having is that they're ending up with no HP items. Good block. I'm somehow not dead yet, but I should be. God, that music effect is really neat. I refuse to get good. Getting good is foolish. What I should have done is gone through the level like a normal person. Ow. And like actually fought the enemies as I went, because I would have gotten higher level gear and gotten to this part of the fight. Or gotten to this part of the level with proper equipment. I'm taking on this fight underprepared. Not because I didn't, like, have to go and grind a bunch, like in a lot of RPGs, but because I actively didn't do the minimum. I skipped the minimum. And that's caused me a problem of my own making. Which is A-okay. Because I did it to myself. I wasn't stuck into this position by the game. It's entirely my own fault. That, however, is less nice. Ooh, those are very tight dodges. Could you just stop for 5 seconds so I can recruit? Nope. You keep going. There we go. I want to use Protect. And then I would... No, I can't cast Holy yet. Yeah, focus on them. And then I can kind of come and join in. Bomb. One. I blocked! You spicy fucker! I'm fine. I'm fine. I thought I'd blocked, and I clearly hadn't. Ah, I was close there. Did my job level up? No. Okay, I'll go back in. The problem is I want to go back through the level because I'm worried I missed lore. You're to shower power. Enjoy powering in the shower. Enjoy powering your shower. I will sop off with the best of them.
Impressive for a mere machine.
Could we not compliment the big thing that's killing me all the time, please? Okay, Savage Blade is useful because you can go in and get some hits and then back out when he does another blade. Great Wheel is parryable. Good. Okay, am I safe here? Probably not. Except bicycle pedals, you have to pedal to make shower water flow. What? Do you live in a Mary Poppins film? I am excused. I feel hurt by that game, but I will accept it. I thought I had dodged that, but apparently I'd not done my due diligence, so that's okay. If that's what the game believes, I will accept it, even if I think it's a lie. Guys, go in while he's like this. Okay, good damage. Smites are fine. Gives me time to back out and do regens. Could you do your ranged magic, please, so I could get something out of it? Venom? Can I poison you? I can! Well, now that's really changed things up a bit for me. Okay, good blocks, good blocks. It's like Elden Ring if you always had AI co-op partners. I had something I was going to say there, Shmuel, and then I didn't. I just want you to know that. I had something I was going to say, and I chose not to, for some reason. When I figure out why, I'll let you know. Okay. Bomb. I would like to poison you again, if I'm honest. Could you do your, like, slam attack, please, so I can... Could you stop? I take it back. Could you just stop? Could you actually just stop? I wasn't going to make a terrible statement. What do you take me for? I was going to make a horrific statement. I was going to make a gamer statement, like... I can't think of a single thing I could say that would be gamer that also wouldn't make me feel reprehensible for saying it. Like, Final Fantasy VII is good. The original, of course. Remake is, of course, actually good. I don't mean any of this. I'm just sort of spitballing because this fight is going on forever. I'm casting Holy. I'm not casting Holy. I'm casting Holy. You are a dick, and I hate you.
Take it from here, Neon.
Oh, I was really hoping for the second swing there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going into phase 2 with four items. FF7 aged horrendously. Gameplay-wise, yes. I actually think visually, there's a certain charm to a lot of the PS1 era games that I think FF7, a lot of like FF7, 8, and 9 did keep, thanks to the pre-rendered backgrounds, at least for me. Maybe that doesn't go for everyone, but... Okay, fire, flame barrage. This is better. We're going into the second phase of the fight with healed party members, and some potential. I'm stuck.
Whether powered by ancient
Thank
technology
God for
or
that.
dark
Okay,
energy,
run.
It has overstayed its welcome. Let's shut it down
Well,
already.
okay, I'm fine. I'm still fine. Could you guys go in, please? Because I need to cast Holy and back out of this.
Better tread carefully.
Okay, I need to cast Holy and back out of this. Could you guys distract him for like a little bit? Could you do something for me for like 5 seconds so I can just kind of get a chance to think? Thank you. Right, there's regen. There's protect. Icicle crash is kind of fine. I'd like to poison you again, but I don't think I'll be able to. Reinforce. I don't really know what reinforce does, but I'm doing it. That was a solid look for Jack. It's good, right? It's just the optimal gear, but it's pretty good. Seeing a 1440p pre-render background playing on a 4K TV and seeing the low power. Okay, well, yes, if you play it on the absolute bonkers screen resolution possible, sure. You won't. Did you know what, Lewis? You won't age well on a 4K screen. That's not true. You probably look great on a 4K screen. I didn't mean that. I'm defending my game that I don't like that much. I like FFs. I am just. My brain is trying to. Jed died. My brain is trying to kind of deal with the fight and also thinking of literally anything to say that isn't just me going, video games. Jed, what happened, man? Come here.
My bad.
Bomb. You are weak to ice, which is nice. Flame barrage is fine. Tomorrow you turn 34. Hot dog. What are you celebrating with? A hot dog, potentially? Could you guys go in a bit, please? Okay, then back out of that, because, no, I didn't want to get hit. Toss? Oh. I got worried, but it's not like you were going to toss me. Okay. We are, I think, 2/3 in to the second health bar. Bomb. Fire off. Debris missiles relatively fine. I can build up some MP with that. Man, I am like... I feel like I'm in a good rhythm with this fight that I'm about to lose. Yes! Lightning Spiral Jed! He's a dick. Who cares? Okay, back out of whatever this is. Okay, Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo. Something Fandango. I know the vibes. I'm hip. I'm cool. I'm with it.
I'm ready. Time to go wild.
Jed, you may die. I'm like just totally okay with that. There's no Lord Farquaad here. I'm just totally cool with you being dead.
Be safe, guys.
Right. You guys just need to do like a little bit more damage for me, and I've won. I do need you guys to do it. I refuse to do it, of course. You guys aren't going to do it, are you? Fuck. Are you coming at me? Ow. Don't. Not again. I'm not dying here.
Take it from here, Neon.
I can't come. Ugh! Oh god, Neon died. Right. This has gotten a little bit unfortunate. I need MP, please. Game, I need MP.
No room for mistakes.
It's fine. If he's casting debris missile on me, I can do... Yes! I'm done. Easy money.
Disappear.
I love Jack so much. Should I recover stuff for this tomorrow 25? Woof. Shmeal, you're not old. You're the correct age for yourself. The workers 37 bagged and dressed like someone in their early 20s and did not look 37, which helped a ton. What do you mean it helped a ton? Do you struggle to speak to anybody who looks over the age of 30, Lewis?
Your memories will be stored in this device. Be sure to bring it back.
Right, yeah. What is it?
Understood.
Be aware that storage space is limited. When that limit is exceeded, you must cease your activities
We couldn't
and await extraction.
Spring for an external SSD or something?
It varies. Just contact Astos when you're ready for pickup.
Astos. Is he like a plant or is he Lufanian? Coming in Georgia Nick organized, but your busy swing wasn't prepped for the 7 and 11.
I think he's alright.
Long driv.
You barely weigh a thing.
The trip had Chinese, so we printed every whoops.
The crystal stopped working. That must mean its storage is full.
I'm a big fan of internal Jack with his dead face.
But then, who's that person?
Tomorrow morning.
The one
Good
that
luck,
gave me
Shmuel.
this thing in the first place. What was that white room? Where did I come from?
Jack, no one knows what you're talking about because you didn't say any of this out loud.
This isn't like you. Are you sure you want to know?
We're strangers. That means two things. One, we're
Why are you
strangers to
all
this
standing
world,
like
and
you're on
two,
board with each
we're
other?
strangers to ourselves.
Why is this framed as me
remembering who
being
we are.
against you?
That's what lets us fight without fear or hesitation. It's a mercy to forget. Those were your words, Jack.
Spider-Man over here.
It doesn't matter. In the end, there are no answers here. I don't remember either.
Neither do I.
Yeah, same.
You know I don't.
No one's learned their memories. Only faithful by defeating the depressive urge to
Perhaps
take back in a battling.
Astos can shed
Shmuel,
light on our
you can do that when you're
questions.
35.
Seeing
At
you
34,
again
you're
truly
still
does
youthful.
bring a smile
You've still
to
got
my
power in
face.
your soul. What does... that isn't a fedora. A trilby? That was... yeah, trilby. That was very much framed that I was on the like, everybody was with Astos and Jack was... it's still framed like this. This feels weird. What do we want to say? Okay, I'm
You
talking to you
seem
first, I guess.
confused, but that's to be expected. It'll all make sense in time.
Why do you not, though? Why are you speaking like
Let's
this?
hear what Astos has to say. That's why we're here.
Ash, why are you talking like you've understood what's going
What do
on?
you think Astos was up to here?
I don't know. I love your outfit, by the way. The sort of knightly armor and then trilby is a great look. Should give 435.
There's no
Excellent.
mercy in forgetting, no matter what you think. It's time to face
I
the
think
past,
only
Jack.
Jack got that vision because the vision only affects the person who got hit by it. That's why before there was a shared vision with Jack and Jed because they both got hit by it because Jed got in the way of it.
Oh, thanks for saving me. I'm in your debt.
I don't think everybody gets
What
the
are you
vision.
doing here?
What a
My
vision?
eternal duty, as it were, monitoring the darkness, keeping track of it.
Details. And fast. Or I'll get mad.
I love these image and
Fine.
not cutscenes.
But first, I need a little favor. Step outside, and you'll see a strange castle that seemingly appeared out of thin
Sorry,
air.
job getting your place not being broken.
A fresh
Hey,
new look for the
Hatcha
The place is rife with
to
monsters
the ends of
born
earth and
from
back,
chaos.
Shmuel.
Give them
Hatcha
the
with the
old
best
one
of them.
too, then we'll talk. Oh, and if you see any other new edifices pop up, give them the same treatment, would you? Ideally before they spread darkness and death
Give them,
across the land.
give them the old one too.
Using us for your own ends?
Heavens, no. You forget this is simply what you wanted from me. Now, I have work to do, so if you'll excuse me. Toodles.
Forget him. We're leaving.
My man said Toodles. Astos, the king of the elves, went Toodles. That's pretty good. I haven't had Toodles in a very long time. Okay. So I'm beating up a big castle. Where would a castle be? What era would be 8? I don't know why I went for 8, but I was thinking
That way.
maybe Balaam Garden. No, okay, we're going elsewhere. Have I had 8 be represented yet? I feel like not. Kaiser Shield Heroes go Heroes Coat. Mission level 100. Remembering Home. This mission is now available. Oh, gear goes above level 100. Fucking hell. I thought I was like nearly done with levels. That means gear probably goes to 999. Okay. I have to be ready because this scrolls really quickly. In the tower, Jack and his allies find Astos being assailed by a giant made of iron. Defeating it summons another rush of black mist, and though Jack holds up his dark crystal to ward it off, the crystal seems to no longer function. The 5 warriors are engulfed by darkness and once again glimpse the past. Jack is troubled. He understands that the vision of his past implies that the dark crystal no longer functions, but more troubling still is the past itself. The more he sees of it, the more questions he has. What is that white room? Where is it? Where did he come from? He presses allies for answers, but none are forthcoming. Meanwhile, Astos, his life saved by the group's effort, offers his sincere thanks. He tells them to go to the newly appointed castle and then takes his abrupt leave. Jack and his allies, without any other leads, head to this castle. Ho-ho-ho! Let's go. I actually kind of nailed that one. This is 15! This twin-headed skyscraper once played host to a crystal, and as such contains the technology needed to control its power. I was told that in its origin world, Dimension 15, the crystal was stolen, which was the trigger that allowed the darkness to engulf that realm. I have no way of knowing what the fate of that place was, but it appears that the Luthanians brainstormed a way to send perfectly measured packages of darkness its way. I suppose they were left with no choice but to abandon the subtler methods they usually prefer. Cool. We're getting some oh, I forgot what the name of the main city is in 15, but some 15 architecture.
Lufenia left this behind.
Drastically underutilized in that game.
Looks new. Maybe this is a gift.
A tower filled with monsters? They have an odd sense of humor.
Jack looks
Yeah.
excellent.
Some amazing tech to
He's
throw
dripped
around.
out. I'm also a big fan of Jed just being stuck in the ninja armor. You might know
This
when
is
this
our
takes place in
fault.
15. This doesn't
This
happen.
must be our reward for purifying
This game
crystals.
doesn't happen in the other games. This is not canon to the other games.
What is it?
That feeling's gone. My drive. My purpose. It's not there anymore.
Chaos is dead. I did it. I've killed Chaos. I'm all done. Roll credits? No. Place is spooky. Right. Battle settings, optimize. My man upgraded. Yo! Okay, you're still wearing the same thing. Let me change my pie. Because I haven't used Ash and Sophia in a little bit. Battle settings. I just want to see what they're wearing. Okay, he has stayed in the same gear this whole time. And you've stayed in your gear too. Right, let's... Mage Affinity, I guess? Yeah, because I need to get down to Black Mage to actually unlock something else. I don't want to use Black Mage, though, is the problem.
A barrier. This is vexing.
No off switch, but there's gotta be a way to get through.
This music's nice. Very relaxed. Also, we seem massive compared to the architecture of this building. Is that just me, or does Jack seem like really big compared to... Well, no, okay. No, the fire extinguishers look the right size.
A nuisance.
Come on, follow me.
Bomb. That's fun.
That was pretty slick,
Right.
Jack.
Dong. 1, 2, 3. You guys are probably just weak to holy, so I should just do this as much as possible. Yeah, I'm actually going to do some fights in this level because I feel that I'm going to need the gear. That last boss fight took a long time. And also just starting with more MP would be nice. Bomb. Love you, Jack. And slam.
So
Shouldn't have
that
used a
was
special move on
generating
that.
the barrier.
Okay. Poison. Rude. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight just to get gear because I need the levels quite desperately. I'm gonna die of poison.
I'm not dead yet.
You're about to be. Holy shit, poison is messed up. Excalibur. The legendary weapon in FF9 for someone.
Astos was looking pretty rough. And not just monster beat me up rough, but something deeper.
Yeah, but good luck getting him to tell you why.
He makes us pay in blood for every question we ask.
All
We're
right.
doing his dirty work for him.
Right.
So long as his information is good, I consider it a fair trade.
He makes us pay in blood. Like, Jack, relax, man. What else are you going to be doing with your time? All we do in this game is walk around, like, beating the shit out of stuff. You've got no other hobbies. You came to this world with one, like, objective, kill chaos. That's done now, actually. We could probably leave.
Welcome. Time to go to
If you feel like it's over, let's just go. Why? Why would you do that to me? I would like to absorb Supersonic Wave. There we go. And then... Because I think Supersonic Wave is super effective against bats. Can I break you, please? Okay, nope. Nope, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm almost dead.
few steps behind.
Please, let me just break you. Thank God for that. Man, yeah, I am underleveled.
No room for mistakes.
And if I was better at the game, it'd probably be fine. I'm just not very good at this game. Like, arenas of combat, there's usually a lot going on, and I'm trusting the AI to take care of things for me sometimes, and usually they're excellent. Occasionally something slips through, and I'm not able to prepare for it. And they don't warn me.
Must do better next time.
They don't go, oh, watch out, Jack. One of them got by, like a player
Now then,
would.
we've destroyed the power source, so the barrier should be down.
Which is mildly unfortunate. So I can go...
Hey, Jack,
Back
we
from
need
there.
to have a talk. Now that our
There we
crystals
go.
won't protect us from the mist, you're a liability. You depended
Wow.
on yours to keep you safe.
In other words, you'll be forced to do your favorite thing. Reminisce.
Uh-oh. Well, it was nice knowing you, Jack.
Shut up.
Okay, first off, Jack sounded like he was laughing at that idea. Second off, what do you mean the crystals don't work anymore? You can't throw that at me like I knew that. Was I told this? I don't feel like I was told this. If I was told this. Nuh-uh. Right. Auto-equip. Oh, shit, that was drastic. I'm not the biggest fan, but I'll take Edgy Jack, and maybe towards the end. I think I'm close. Like, I thought I was close to the end on the last mission, and I do remember seeing that people talked about a lot of the plot in this game like happens at the end.
Time for a change.
But I thought I was at the end on the last mission, so this could
Think
be
we
the
could
end.
Use that.
I'll check it out.
It would be kind of thematic to end on the world based off of... Excuse me. Not based off of excuse me.
What are
Based
we
off of
even
the
doing
most
here?
like recent
Killing all the
mainline number
monsters.
title.
Duh.
We do this for Astos, and he gives us the info we want.
What
Does he?
info is that?
I get the feeling he knows lots of stuff. Like world affairs, history.
Wait, if Jack's crystal is... Does that mean Jack... Oh, so Jack's crystal is full, so it can't contain anything else. Maybe that's what they meant. Is that why he's confused? Because Astos was going to tell us about the Luthanians, wasn't he? I feel like there's information the characters should have that they don't, and information that I should have that I also don't, because they don't. Like, we're all united in a lack of information, but we shouldn't be. Bomb. 1, 2, 3. You're weak to ice. That's fun. Did you guys knock this down and then not finish it? Rude.
Treasure.
Treasure we can't reach, so don't get too excited. Man. Yeah, I've quite a few times in this game now, I felt like I should have had info that I don't. Over the course of countless experiments, we've determined that the very fact of human existence is the source of the chaos phenomenon, that we had hoped to bring all native organisms with us into our glorious future. I strongly urge the removal of any life forms that prove unmanageable. With seemingly perfect timing, the latest proposal from our extra planar collaborator seems in line with the suggestion. Official consideration for enacting both ideas in tandem is in progress. So... So the whole speech at the start of the game where she's like, chaos is an idea, is absolutely correct, according to all the law documents. Is that why... Because look, Jack is going to become chaos. That is happening. There is no world where that doesn't happen. It would be ridiculous. But I don't necessarily see how we get there. My overall stream volume is low. What my voice? My I struggle to determine how correct that is because I have had problems and like my levels on my end are fine. Like my levels on my end seem exactly as they should be. I've had mixed experiences when listening back. Like when I listen back, everything sounds fine. It's very hard to determine. If I had like a significantly larger viewer base, maybe it would be more clear. But I don't. I have my buds, my pals, my champions. But I struggle because I sometimes wonder if other people just have their audio settings weird or if I have mine weird. Okay, I broke the middle crystal and all I got was this t-shirt. What did that do? It didn't open any of these, did it? It did? Maybe? I'm lost. Well, this is new at least, so I can keep going. Alright, Jack, relax. You guys go in for a minute. Give me my MP back. Yeah, I'll re-listen to the stream after like I'm done, and I'll have a listen to how it sounds. I've listened to the recent ones and they seem fine, but that could just be me. Okay, you absorb that one instead of me. Break that. Bomb. Womp. Thank you. I've actually like seemingly struggled with balancing out the game audio with my audio because every time I've listened back, well not every time, but a few of the times I've listened back, I've noticed the game audio seems way louder than it probably should be. Oh, that opened.
Count our blessings.
This one's mine.
I'm not using any of those weapons, Jack. What are you talking about? A complete radical change again. Wonderful. Like the game volume always seems like a bit too loud, but it's really hard to get that balance right.
Dead end? But I think thew a way out.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Could you guys go in because I'm hurt?
Your defenses falter.
1, 2, 3. Knight's Gambit. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Yeah, the game volume sometimes seems way too loud, sometimes seems fine. It's a really awkward thing to get a balance of. I was sure there was a tool that would make it so that the game volume dimmed when like I spoke, but I'm not quite sure how it works and how to do it.
Any of that crap.
If it's not chaos, killing chaos, or light and dark, who cares, right?
Wrong. All of that's just background noise. All I care about is
Finding something to replace that purpose you lost?
you got it. I need a name, something to kill. I'm nothing without a battle to
Their
fight.
lips don't move in the
I wouldn't
dialogue.
say that.
It's a matter of principle. You wouldn't understand.
So, just to check, they said that they teleported this tower, and then I look out the window, and there is a giant skyscraper city all across FF1 land. That is not one tower. Did they teleport the city from FF, or a version of the city from FF15 into this place? I'm wondering if, like, this and the last level, because they were new, they weren't seemingly built based off of an area, they were transported in. I'm wondering if this and the FF11 one are actually meant to be the locations from those games, or a version of them. Only one FF15 tower. No other game in the series has, like, that skyscraper city design. Like, 13 doesn't do it. It's way more futuristic. I can't think of I can't think of any other game in the series that does something like that. Like, potentially 14 has it in a region. I don't know. I've not played a lot of 14. That would be my big blind spot. Even like 7, the architecture design's very different. Those look like 15 skyscrapers, in that they look like very generic skyscrapers. The mail. 13's not that skyscraper-ish. It's a lot more like futuristic-y, rounded buildings from what I remember.
Refuse here to generate yet more darkness.
Make the stuff.
Yeah, why would they want more darkness?
Understand? Even if someone explained it.
Hang on, can I interact with this? I don't want the time for a change.
Now we've got an easy way back.
This will make things easy.
Cool. That's blocked off. This is now a way to go. That looks scary. Can I tap the... I need to tap the sign. The heal me sign. Cool. Pog. Yeah, I don't think anywhere in 13 looks like that. Paladin job affinity, wonderful. It's an odd sort. Right. I'd like to not do this fight, though. If I'm honest, I would like to...
Couldn't make it more obvious, could they?
Yeah, I'd like to
And it even comes with
just deal with
guardian
these.
monsters.
I saw a Tonberry attack there. Is there a Tonberry around here? I would rather not handle it. I mean, I'm finally asking for help. I've constantly been asking for help. Don't pretend like I've been sitting on my laurels. Oh, why are you coming towards me? Alright, I guess we're fighting this thing. Boom. 2, 3. 1, 2. We both got knocked down there, but I'm quicker than you. That's the way to put in something from 16 or to tease the story or something. For all we know, there is. I don't know if this is the final level. There could be a 16 tease, but I don't know if 16 is really there yet. We've had that like 2 teaser trailers and then not much else. I don't really know where they are with 16. I suspect probably something at E3 about it. I'm assuming we're going to get like wait no, E3's not on. Oh shit. Okay, not E3. Whatever is replacing it.
A barrier must have gone down
I'm
somewhere.
expecting a FF16 trailer.
Jack,
And then
you okay?
maybe a
That
7
drive
Remake Part
inside of you
2
was what
date
kept you
tease.
anchored. Now it's gone. We're worried about you.
But it's not like our job's over. Lufenia's darkness is still out there, growing
So
stronger.
we're just like on board with
Jed's
being up
right for
Lufenia, right?
once. Jack, it's fine if you're rattled.
No, I'm Jack
Just stay on
Garland. I'm
point.
fine.
Remember, we got your back.
No, I'm fine. I'm totally cool. I like the power of friendship stuff that's going on. However, I'm Jack Chaosman Garland. I can't be defeated with my tiny shield.
Right, this is the one.
I've gone from having like a shield that covers my entire body to one that doesn't even cover my fist.
Ah, cubes.
Let's have a look.
Oops. 2023. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to do E3 anymore. How are we looking? We're still looking pretty stylish. Wonderful. More do I have to go? This is a cool area. I mean, oh, the frame rate does not like it in here. Yo, the frame rate is going to shit in this place. Is there a bunch of characters with a load of hair in here? Or do these plants have
Wow.
ridiculous polygons?
It's lovely.
It's killing the frame
I
rate.
never pegged you for a nature lover.
You really know how to ruin the moment, huh, Jack?
Thanks, Jed.
Quiet time.
That was.
I feel bad we're trashing this
It's like
place.
it's like an anime
Transient.
cast
Just
that
how things are.
occasionally remember they're an anime cast and have like anime dialogue.
Love shortcuts.
We'll use this to get back.
Thank you. Like occasionally there's little bits of character banter that feel that they're ripped from a different
We should be
game.
careful.
Little jovial bits like that. I'm not against it, it's just curious. Right. I'm back to running away from enemies again, I know that. It's a bad habit. I'm working on myself. I promise that I will improve and do my best to get out of this very, very, very bad habit that I'm in right now, where I just avoid every single fight, but not completely. Okay, am I Holy Fanged? I'm not Holy Fanged. Judge Paradise 2 is the proper FF1 remake with this cast of characters. I don't... Well, like, what I've been thinking was that the ending of this game is going to be Jack turns into Chaos because he's Jack Garland. And then the other 4 characters are the actual Warriors of Light, especially because their crystals are sort of Warrior of Light crystals. They have elements on their crystals, Jack doesn't.
More trash to
And that
dispose of.
results
Another
in,
blight on the land.
like, sort of the transition into the opening of FF1. I'm stuck. He's not Jack, son of Garland. He's Jack Garland, clearly going to be Chaos. Like, it's not even an assumption, right? Because they showed it. They have shown that Jack is Garland. Or, sorry, that Jack Garland is Garland who turns into Chaos. That has been shown at the beginning of the game. And in trailers. There is no subtlety about it. If he doesn't become Chaos, I have imagined trailers that don't exist. Jack Hubby of Garland. That'd be nice. 2 partners becoming Chaos together. That'd be a delight.
Now then.
Right.
Get
Cubes?
ourselves together.
No, I thought they said now then because they were cubes. Cubes back here, right? Cubes.
We're back to where we were.
Remember this for later.
Thanks, I'm glad you're telling me about how a video game works. Oh, we're going up again? Oh, bye Ash. Yeah, no, this man is
see in that
turning into
tower?
chaos.
No idea. Whatever it was, he's not telling us.
One thing's for certain. We're better off if he doesn't remember.
Yeah,
where
see,
we
they
come
didn't
from.
see it. So they're talking among themselves about what Jack saw. Like, I'm wondering if they're even going to make it out to be FF1, because all of the extra lore that they've added to this feels like a completely different universe.
That's in our way.
What other Final Fantasy deserves an FF7
We've
remake?
got our work
8.
cut out for us.
Like,
This
not even a
will be
question.
trying.
8 more than any, I think, deserves a remake. 8 has one of the most, like, interesting sounding plots of the franchise, locked behind probably the most obtuse / worst of the like PS1 Final Fantasy gameplay. Come on, I just want to do this because I don't get rid of it. Well, 8 has like does a lot of the Final Fantasy stuff right, but the gameplay in 8 in particular I think is the worst of the PS1 games. And I'm sure, you know, there'll be disagreements there, of course, but it's very obtuse and just strange. Like, the way that they have to try and teach it to you is through multiple giant pop-up menus of tutorial teaching really complicated systems that are not digestible. I need you to stop.
Ash, show me what you can do.
3.
Learn a couple things.
Could you guys go in on this thing, please? It's going to kill me if you guys don't go in on it.
All right.
That looks
Right,
to be the
regen
final one.
Gotta stay sharp, guys.
Bomb. Perfect. What other game made it as big as PS1 FF7? Well, it's hard, right? Because I was immediately going to say, like, MGS1, but MGS1 got a remake. Ocarina of Time got a re-release. / remake. FF7 was particularly special because it didn't get, like, a proper remake, right? I don't think any other FF game hits the level of F. There's a, like, FF7 is the FF game for a reason. 13 was quite popular and got a lot of stuff going on in Japan, but, like, didn't do well in the West. Fan reception-wise, critically it did alright, but
Jack,
that doesn't always line
are
up.
you up for this? There's an enemy ahead. I know you sense it.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder it. It's
Don't
Noctis.
question. I can always fight, especially to get what I want.
6
I'll say
free.
something like
When you
this.
say 6 free, do you
Is
mean
that a
6
smile
or
on
free, or
your
do you mean
face?
6 that
I
was
see some
erroneously
cubes
called
over there.
free in some
Let's remember
regions?
this place.
Because I think we now just refer to that as 6, and 6 doesn't have the, like, same level of cultural impact as 7 does. There is a reason why 7 is so unique in that, because 7 has that fucking Robert Pattinson in an interview for the Batman was talking about Final Fantasy 7 in an interview. America FF3. It's I don't think it's no longer considered FF3 in America. It is FF6. It has been re-released as FF6. That was for the initial release. There was an error. There was just erroneous. Influence for what? Because FF5 introduced ATB. Still think of it as free? Yeah, there you go. But yeah, like 7 is special for a reason. It had a huge cultural impact. It was wild. I'm liking the music for this zone. Is that fucking Noctis's... That's the throne.
A behemoth.
A lot of people think games could be more as an art form. Call it 6 because it's not, because free. I'm currently playing through free on stream, and I know you don't mean free because free is not a game that would make people think games could be more as an art form.
Ash, show me what you can do.
Is this the final boss?
Careful.
It feels like I'm playing through free right now, and it feels wrong to refer to free like that. Like Dragon Quest and again Final Fantasy, like 5 from what I understand has a really like interesting and unique plot that probably did something similar. 6 may have been people's first and had that impact on them, but it again, the cultural impact of 7 is huge. This would be a very anticlimactic final boss. It would kind of suit this game though.
Getting desperate.
To have just a behemoth as the final boss and be like, yeah, there we go. That's the throne up there. This is actually just straight up a place from FF15. I'm dead?
Your mission isn't over yet.
Can't be.
Remember the Zeitgeist was back there? Yeah. But no, 7 is wholly unique. And I think every Final Fantasy fan will have one that they point to that's like, well, no, like 9 was just as important as 7, or 8 was just as important as 7, or 10 was just... But 7 was huge. It was wild. Like, there is a reason why... Basically, there's a reason why 7 is the one that got the remake. A lot of people didn't notice 2. What happened in the release schedule of American Final Fantasy? Because it's Final Fantasy 2 and then 6? But 3, 4, and 5 all happen, and 4 and 5 definitely have more complex plots. 8 and 9 feel niche. 9 doesn't.
This is the one.
I don't think 9 is more niche than 7. Like, there were 3 Final Fantasy games that happened, and they were just like, there were 3 Final Fantasy games that happened, and they were like, oh, 3 Final Fantasy games came out? That means this one is Final Fantasy 3.
Ash, show me what you can do.
I think 4 was the American 2. Oh, God. Shmuel, you are... I have played Final Fantasy 2 on stream.
It isn't over.
It feels wrong to me to put 2 in the same camp as 1. You've seen Zero Discourse for 9. Joe from Instant Replay Live, I believe, has 9 as his favorite Final Fantasy game. A good friend of mine had 9 as his favorite Final Fantasy. ProZD has a video on his channel where he has a joke with, I think, the creator of Final Fantasy, where it looks like he's paying him to say that 9 is the best game. 9 has an impact. Again, all of this is ultimately overshadowed by 7. It is not that the other games didn't, like, have an impact. It's that 7 had such a major impact that it was just overshadowing. I think 8 was what potentially killed it a bit, because 8's, I think, reception was a little weaker. I mean, if I remember right, and this is memory of, like, reading about it, so forgive me. 8 was considered a bit too close to 7. This just feels like a major turning point in the art form for you. I think there are probably different things you can point to. Like, I would honestly point to Metal Gear Solid 1 in terms of, like, presentation and storytelling. I think MGS1, Kojima dragged the medium forward in the way that he handled that game. I don't necessarily think 6 would be mentioned in history books. I do think MGS1 would be. I think 7 would be, but this is all quite subjective. Could one of you guys kill this thing? MGS1 doesn't need a Blue Point remake. Why did you just yell that? Or did you mean to tweet this? Here's the thing, because like talking about not seeing much discourse for 9, I don't see a lot of discourse for 6. At least in the circles that I'm in. And that doesn't mean that I don't think 6 was influential, I just don't see much discourse for it. There's not a lot of talk about it next to 7 because 7 is a fucking eclipse of a video game. It's stupid. Aftershock. You're almost done, and I'm scared. I do wonder if we're ever going to get to a point when we all realise that Ocarina of Time isn't that good. People hand away Bioshock away now? Do they? I've gotten recommended multiple videos about Bioshock recently. I don't know what you're on about. Bioshock is still is still a big deal.
Your attacks aren't working.
Because you're hitting it at random. Focus on one area and smash those crystals.
No, just hit it at random. Don't listen to her. Just hit it at random. I'm going to cast Holy, and that'll do something. And then regen. I need you guys to do most of the damage here. And that's very true. Final Fantasy didn't exist until 7 for some. Contemporaries, Bioshock with nothing. What contemporaries are you talking to? Infinite's definitely got on that. But I think that's because Infinite was. I do actually side with the idea that Infinite was overly praised for
This is really, really bad.
Mega Flare.
We're toast. Sophia!
Holy shit. I'm dead?
This sucks.
I have to attack him when he does Mega Flare. Yeah, I think Infinite was given more critical acclaim than it really should have been, because at the time the industry was desperately trying to like find things. The Dragon King can be staggered by dealing enough damage. Take headwind, raise up on 2 legs. Hit it hard enough. Cool. I think when Infinite was coming out, a lot of outlets and a lot of pundits and stuff, they were desperately trying to legitimize gaming as a medium, and Infinite felt like it did that because it had what felt like a more serious and adult, like a more complex story, not adult, but a more serious and complex story. Ultimately, I think Bioshock Infinite is lacking, especially in comparison to the previous 2 games. It's not I don't think it's anywhere near as well written as the previous 2 games. I think the things that people think make Bioshock Infinite clever, when you analyze them for slightly longer than like surface level, you kind of see mega flaws in the way that that game tries to do its time travel stuff. Because time travel is a stupid plot point to try and implement in a lot of things. It is a difficult thing to get right. When it comes so far, this new generation, no idea how big a change Bioshock was. But like, I remember Infinite being I need to change my equipment just in case. I know Infinite was the, like... I remember Bioshock 1 and 2 coming out, but Infinite was the one where they made such a big deal out of it, and I think Bioshock 1 and 2 are better at what people say Bioshock Infinite tries to achieve. If that makes any sense, because I feel like I've just said a bunch of nonsense words. But like, I've been recommended recently videos about Bioshock, like videos talking about how good Bioshock 1 is, about how Bioshock 2 is like underrated, because Bioshock 2 was definitely treated as less like I was gonna say grown up, but less like mature, not mature, less Bioshock 2 is treated more like a video game, and I mean that in not the nicest possible sense. Bioshock 2 was treated like, oh, this was a video game sequel. When it actually had a lot more going on. And also, as a video game, I think Bioshock Infinite fails. Like, Bioshock 1 and 2 are better video games than Bioshock Infinite in terms of fun for me. Bioshock Infinite is inflicted with the Call of Duty disease that was rampant at the time, reducing you to 2 weapons and stuff. Like the game was, and people just being shocked at segregation like discourse. Yeah. I mean, again, we go back to MGS1, and that game was talking about nuclear deterrence on a PS1 with people with no faces. You know, it wasn't entirely unique that games were tackling more you like more literary subjects, I guess, or more sort of adult topics, but it was definitely a step. And also, a lot of people for Bioshock 1, the twist itself was enough that it was like, wow, this game is incredible. This is the most well-written game in gaming history because it has a twist. It did something. It made me think about a thing, and I was like, wowee, I had to think about that thing. For better or worse. Every single game talks about the stream is inferior. Well, not every single game talks about the stream. Yes, Borderlands 2 on the PS Vita is the superior version of every game. There was going to be a Bioshock game on the Vita, if I remember right. Didn't come out, but there was going to be a Bioshock game on the Vita, I believe. Which would have been a grand time. It would have legitimized the Vita, which doesn't need legitimizing. It just needed to not be abandoned, like most things in life. Right, get me into Crystal Behemoth. Crystal Behemoth seems like a fitting final boss. With all the crystals that have been around. Oh yeah, I remember that. A little video about it. FF Tactics. The Bioshock of Final Fantasy Tactics. Missions commentary on the Britannian gun control policies. Fair enough. It was just a very special time. Bomb. Does Aftershock do more damage to you? No. I just kind of hoped it would. Yeah. Go in on it. Stormbreaker. Don't let him do flare. If he tries to do flare, get ready. I need to do protect. Okay, Mega Flare. Go in. Yeah, there we go. Holy shit, we did so much damage. Okay. FF Tactics is set in the FF12 universe. That is correct. I don't know if all the FF Tactics games are set in 12, but at least one of them is. They do also, one of them has a guest star of Cloud. But it's like sort of an alt Cloud, I guess. Because that doesn't, in FF7 he doesn't get teleported out in the middle of it. We're so close to being done. Oh, it's not a behemoth, it's the Dragon King. My bad. This is the Frogrum. I want to look. Hang on, grab the loot. Where is it? It's the Frogrum from FF15. That's so cool. This isn't based off of an area. This is an area. That's so neat. Because like nearly everywhere else, it's based off of a zone. This is actually a zone from FF. Oh, that's so cool.
How many times have I been here?
What do you mean? Sorry, Jack, your crystal's full. You're just going to have to remember this.
We finally partitioned ourselves off from that vile, obsolete world. We cannot allow them to re-establish the connection from their end. That is why we need to keep monitoring the balance of light and darkness.
I'm going to look up the word Lufanian. No, I can't, because what if I spoil something? I want to look up the word Lufanian to see if it was in another game.
Lufania is a glittering jewel, a utopia. Uncontrollable variables have no place here.
Can I come back and murder the shit out of you guys? You guys seem like dogs.
Are the visions I'm seeing from this Lufania? Is that where I come from?
Probably.
I'm just another one of their gifts.
Oh, Jack, I'm sorry. Oh, he's becoming self-aware.
You. They just left you behind, didn't they? Wait!
Is Jack becoming self-aware and that's what turns him into chaos? Does he decide to be the darkness? I don't know. Yeah. Bioshock is good. Bioshock 2 is good. Bioshock Infinite is okay. I have meta problems with it, I guess. I think I definitely wasn't into the vibe of what an outfit! I definitely wasn't into the vibe of the talk about Infinite around the time. Neon, cool sword. Does this imply Lufania is the final boss? Maybe. Terra Tortura. I have so many side quests to do too that I haven't done. The Fallen. The Avenger. So between the heraldry. I should really have been doing the side quests because I'm not. I mean, it's fine. I'm getting through stuff. Okay. Hang on. Jack realizes that his sense of purpose, his hunger to destroy chaos, is gone. Whether that is because they defeated all the fiends or because of something else he does not know. With the Dark Crystal no longer functioning, the party has no choice but to resign themselves to the black mist that appears whenever they defeat monsters. Engulfed once again in darkness, Jack realizes that he was born in Lufania, and this truth causes his mouth to twist into a pained smirk. The bats chitter excitedly around him, and he begins to think they maybe had to have some relation to Lufania. The party presses on. This place looks gnarly. Is it like a twisted version of the start? I'm going in. What are we based off in this? They call this planet a facility ha. It's like calling a planet a rock. Accurate, yes, but does not do it. This is Dimension 6! An island, a massive continent. It was chosen this time for the vast stores of quasi-magical energy stored here. In Dimension 6, where legends of this land still linger, it is a harbinger of the end times. Likely as not, the energy lying untapped here has something to do with that. That the sum total of darkness grows ever greater. If you, my dear friend, can make it here perhaps this time, this is where chaos is. And I'm assuming this is the other world of FF6, it's the halfway point, right? Or like the 3/4 point of FF6 where everything goes to shit a bit.
The Lufenians sent me here. Why?
Is Lufenia a big bad for every single Final Fantasy universe? I think this is a separate universe to the rest of the Final Fantasy universe. This is
urge to eradicate chaos come from.
This is a separate multiverse to the multiverse.
If this is what we think it is, if this really came from our homeland, from Lufenia, then they must already know what's going on here.
Astos. He's not just monitoring and recording the status of the darkness. He's
I
reporting
remember that's like a big deal. I remember reading about it because I had FF6 for the Game Boy Advance and I didn't get on with it because it's ATB combat and I was younger and I didn't get into the story as much. And then I remember reading about it and finding out where the plot goes and being like, wow, that's bonkers. I got close, if I remember right. I was almost about to be at that point. Whoops. It's the same thing with 8 actually. Reading about Final Fantasy 8 makes me want to play it, and then I play Final Fantasy 8 and I'm like, oh yeah, this game's not for me. The Jester's Causeway. Is Kefka here? Can I high-five him? Wait, look around? Look around. Give me the look around prompt. There we go.
Is that island floating?
The bats flew off in that direction.
Which means that's where we'll find Astos.
Good. That'll save us time.
Am I going to fight Astos? No, I've already fought Astos, haven't I?
I expect to be impressed.
They're buffed.
You're finally out.
That's rude. Bomb. 2. Rip. Saying about the RDR2 stuff. That's fair, yeah.
Better tread carefully. Can you feel your legs?
But there are old games that I like to play. Here's a good one. Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. I like playing Majora's Mask. I don't like playing Ocarina of Time. Fundamentally, they're not that different in gameplay. But the things that Majora does differently make it a far superior game to me. So I don't know.
We survived.
A win is a win.
I don't know. RDR2 is just too... It's too experienced for me, I think. And I'm not always feeling a game experience.
Where do you think Lufenia is?
I don't know.
Far away, I'm sure.
Where do you think we are
Just in
right
distance, but in time, too.
I can't even visualize that.
Imagine you're a worm squirming in the
64.
mud.
I know Majora's
Lufenians
Mask was
are
done in under a
birds
year,
soaring through the sky.
which
They could eat you if they want.
I think it was under a
but
year,
they'll probably just cover you in droppings.
which has actually resulted in a weird kind of... There's a video, I forget who does it. It might be Matthew. No, it's not Matthew. It might be Matthew Matosas. I'm not sure who. About Majora's Mask and about how the release on the 3DS seems to get some things wrong. It screws up the physics a bunch. And in interviews, the creator for Majora's Mask genuinely doesn't seem to understand why people like Majora's Mask. He made it. Like, he is responsible for the game being made, but doesn't seem to like it, and doesn't understand why it's liked at all. Which is a weird fundamental disconnect from not only your own art, but from the reception to your own art. And I think part of that was probably due to how like tight the development time was on it. He probably felt like he didn't get what he wanted out of it. But because it was so tight, apparently, if I'm trying to remember this right, so don't take my word for this. What I remember reading is that because the development window was so tight on Majora's Mask, things that would probably have been like things that would probably have not been approved were approved because there wasn't enough time to not approve them effectively. They didn't have time to say no. They just had to like let it happen. Also, that's a very classic Final Fantasy enemy. I don't think I've seen any of these in the game so far. I love this design. It's weird and goofy and spooky. Block? I can block Petrifying Gaze. Yeah, I love Majora's Mask. I think it's the superior out of the two.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm almost dead. Because to be made in 10 months. I mean, there's a bunch of like PS2 era games or N64 era games that were made under pretty heavy, tight crunch. But game development was also, and that's not to say it wasn't difficult and wasn't complex. Game development has gotten significantly more complex over time. Makes it even more difficult. I feel like I recognize the music in this too. It's like a little part of the music that I feel is familiar. Game development has gotten way more complex.
Let's get on with it.
I don't want to fight you. I fought one of you and it was bad enough. I just want to heal.
Nothing is ever what it seems.
Right, cool. I'm being attacked by the buildings now. Wonderful. Yes, I too say we smash it. Knight's Gambit. You guys just go in for me. I need to attack this statue as much as possible. Bomb.
Fight with caution.
2, 3. Okay, good block. 2. Oh god. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. What was that? Sound like the Among Us theme for a minute. Meet your materia. Knights of the Round. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Knights of the Round summon looks like in a later part of the FF7 remake, because it is ridiculous in the original. And I am hyped to see it in all its super quasi 1200k i9 750 glory. Okay, let's just focus down on this thing. Block. Bomb. I could really do with you guys focusing on this thing too. I can't move. There we go. Okay. Radiant Aura. What does that do? I don't remember. Oh, I broke his eye. I didn't break his eye. I've knocked his eye out. I should heal. Good heal. Oh god, the RE4 remake. I forgot they're doing that. I still feel weird about them doing it. Okay, I need to be careful of the spinners. I still feel weird about them doing an RE4 remake. Something about it just feels wrong.
Up ahead. Come on, follow me.
RE4 is a near perfect game. They have to get they have to announce the RE4 remake. The RE4 remake was announced. I'll do just mean the DLC. Like, oh, you reckon the RE DLC made the standalone game? What's weird is that Reverse still doesn't have like a date of when you can play it properly, right? Reverse isn't doesn't have a release date on when it's a playable video game, as far as I remember, right? This is the worst battle arena. I can't do anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to cast. I'm not going to cast anything. They are still kind of working under COVID, right? We're not, and I'll say this for the next 500 years, we're not completely out of the woods. It's probably just taking a long time. Right, I'm going to go into this. I'm going to cast, regen, and protect immediately. RE4 with modern controls in the RA. Like, RE4 controls fine. I would say good. I don't see why you would remake RE4. Of all of the Resident Evils, like Code Veronica is more deserving of a remake than RE4. Bomb. Okay, I've dark flared you now. Bomb. Could you guys go in, please? I need you guys to do the damage here because I'm scared. That fucking wheel attack is stupid. Was developed for the... I believe so. This is a ridiculously tough section. Can I do have better gear. Okay. That's pretty sick. Yo, we're all dripped out now. Up ahead. I have a big shield. Feels like two people play. I played Code Veronica. Wrong place, wrong time. Code Veronica did well. It wasn't the like ultimate bestseller, I don't believe, but it did well. Okay, Regenga, Protecga. Let's move in.
We'll silence it for good.
2, 3.
You're finally asking for help.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. Okay, I missed all of those. I'm stuck. I've been frozen. Okay, dodge. Absorb the meteor at least. 1, 2, 3. If I just focus down on this, I might be able to get this done.
Now we can wrap this up.
Oh god. I'm not dead yet, but I'm going to be. Aftershock. Circle! Yes! Thank god for that. Code Veronica structured like a PS1 era game.
It's coming apart. Mid-air?
Get out of here. Move.
Code Veronica plays like it's got the classic camera controls. Hang on, I haven't gotten all the loot. It's got the classic camera controls, if that's what you mean. Because it's meant to be Resident Evil 3. Code Veronica was originally intended to be Resident Evil 3.
Who cares? At least we learned something useful.
Yeah. The darkness we sensed is gone.
Bingo.
But there was some sort of exclusivity deal with Sony in that they needed to have Resident Evil 3 or whatever. They'd paid for Resident Evil 3. So Code Veronica was treated like a spin-off, and Resident Evil 3 was built off of it of Resident Evil 2, which is why Resident Evil 2 reuses a lot of... Which is why Resident Evil 3 reuses a lot of Resident Evil 2. Still adds a bunch of new stuff, but Resident Evil 3 is meant to be an RE2 update. Resident Evil 3 is basically an RE2 DLC, if you don't think about that statement too hard. Because it's not. Yeah, Code Veronica's got some neat things. If you're into classic Resident Evil. It's quite tough. Can I break that? I can break that. Nice.
Those who sent us here are afraid of this world
quite difficult.
back to their own.
In other words, they're terrified the past they abandoned will come back to haunt them.
Are you two talking about the Lufenians?
Yes.
That story wasn't all fantasy.
Yes, we're always talking about the Lufenians at this point. There is nothing else to talk about with each other except the Lufenians. I walked right into that trap even though I saw it. The Abyss Mask. Cool. You guys keep doing your thing. Didn't see that one though.
Now watch and learn a couple things.
Just look at the floor for like a second and you'll be able to see if there's a trap. Does this go anywhere? Have I ended up in a dead end? Ugh. Hello, Mind Flayer. Yes, very nice. I too enjoy a good session of the Dinders, the D&Ds. Oh, not just the Ds, but the other Ds as well. I find myself fond of a good D and of a good D, and then put them together, and what do you get? A D and D.
We're safe.
Law? The outline of the proposal made by collaborators is as follows. After the strangers deal with the fiends, which continue to defeat our efforts to control them, we will increase darkness levels until local negative energy reaches maximum threshold. Though this may cause all of humanity to transform into monsters, this will A, save us time as they kill each other, B, lower the difficulty of reducing total darkness, and C, simplify the human problem. If all humans are monsters, the question of whether we should just exterminate them is a foregone conclusion. To save us many headaches. Our collaborator requested that the energy generated by this process be transferred to them. As we have no use for this energy, we readily agreed. In conclusion, once the strangers have destroyed the fiends, we will recover the agents and initiate the above proposal. This document has also been shared with Astos knows. Anyone ever said the words Final Fantasy in a Final Fantasy game? I don't know. Together. Maybe if they were going to say it anywhere, it would be in World of Final Fantasy, which is also a big crossover Final Fantasy game. I should play World of Final Fantasy at some point on stream. I had an affinity for that game. It's the kind of crossover I wish Dissidia was, but I wish it had the Dissidia break system. Like a mix of World of Final Fantasy and Dissidia would have been very fun. Okay, well, I'm hurt. Oh god, hello. Don't blow me up. Cubes! Yeah, if they were going to do it anywhere, it would be World of Final Fantasy. Almost certainly. Right, probably near a teleporter, right? Yep. I know what I'm doing. And this will take me to a tower to destroy, I assume? Yes, very good. I'm mind flaying.
We'll keep on the lookout.
Let's get on.
Ooh, don't even try. Kind of hoping Light would be strong against the mind flayer, but fine. 2, 3... 1, 2. Okay, good. The mind flayer's dead. You guys go after that thing. I'm going to
Getting desperate.
Focus on this. Flare? You can't just cast flare on me. Also, wasn't there a Chibi Dissidia? Are you talking about the mobile game? That's the Chibi Dissidia I think you're talking about is the mobile game. World of Final Fantasy was a big crossover Final Fantasy game. Where you play as two unique characters, and then you've got a bunch of like the combat system is based off stacking, so you have small, medium, and large, and you recruit or you create monsters that are based off Final Fantasy monsters, like a behemoth. Behemoth is large, so that goes on the bottom of the stack. You in a chibi form could be medium, so you go in the middle of the stack, and then on top of you could be like a carbuncle as a small. World of Final Fantasy is good fun. It's a cute little crossover. It's a delightful little idea. But it did kind of come and go. Also crossed over with Kingdom Hearts in a DLC. Because you could summon the Final Fantasy characters to do like special attacks. And one of the summons you could get was Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Similar to this too, you had a bunch of areas based off of Final Fantasy games. But that wasn't like... It wasn't, you know, the same kind of thing as this.
You're finally asking for help.
Rude. Guys, I need you guys to do stuff because I'm dying. Darker. Ruinga. Just kind of roll. Oh good, we've got someone down. That's perfect. We're taking far too much damage, guys. And you're not attacking. Why are you not attacking? 1, 2. Stormbreaker, I guess. Didn't really want to settle flare, but fine.
You mustn't drink them like water.
Bomb.
No room for mistakes.
You mustn't drink them like water. What do you expect me to do? No, I tried playing the mobile Dissidia recently. It is a nightmare. It is not... It has got all of the big problems that a mobile game has, where there's too much, like, shit that has happened. Like, too many mechanics introduced. So, they have to explain 5 bazillion things to you. At one point, I went to start a different kind of mission, and I got, like, 5
Let's go.
separate instances of multiple tutorial pop-ups, where it was like, okay, here's 3 screens for you to read about this mission, and then, okay, here's 3 more screens for you to read about this mission, and then here's a couple more screens for you, and it was ridiculous.
Is everyone still with us?
It was miserable.
By count, yeah, we're good. So
And
how many
I hope to never
statues
do it
left?
again.
Just one, but not for much
Just
longer.
one. I can... That was the Final Fantasy prelude. That's like playing in the area. Delightful. Oh, I'm fully armored up. I can keep going. Right, I did that side, so this will be the last one, I believe. I have 2 areas I can go. No, I came from this area. Yeah, I did that one. A chest or a shortcut? That's a shortcut. Curious George. Well, never mind. I'll just go this way.
Let's go.
This feels very final, leading up to a big grand finale. Interesting that they picked 6 for the finale. If it is, you know.
Catalyst for change. It corrupts animals, people. It's what caused all this madness.
They're sending it here to manufacture.
I don't want to fight Flan.
And it's that darkness that
I don't want
dulled
to
the
fight you
crystal's
either.
light.
So basically, darkness makes sparkly happy world a sad gloomy world?
Exactly.
What's our role in all this?
Balance is lost if the darkness grows
Bomb,
too strong.
bomb.
We're regulators. Our job is to maintain equilibrium
Jack sounds
between light and
almost
dark.
calm.
Look, a hidden path.
Oh, I assume that was the end of the
We
dialogue.
must finish this soon or meet our ends.
Oh, there we go. No, okay, the dialogue just kept going. Am I... has death been cast on me? Is that what's going on? Is that why I have a timer ticking down?
Are
Oh
those
god.
cubes?
Cubes!
Let's remember this place.
That should heal me? Good. Yeah, I think death was cast on me. I believe the countdown is a countdown to dying. Right, none of you attack me, please! Yeah, Doom. I think Doom kills you after a certain amount of time.
Statue. Remember, stay vigilant.
Okay, rude.
Words right out of my mouth. Stand back.
Okay, protect. Don't charge up. Just do what you can do.
Silence it for good.
2, 3. Holy. I love Holy. I use Holy.
Here it comes.
Okay, 1, 2. Stormbreaker. Done. Easy. That was so much easier than the other two.
Never easy.
I learned to just focus down on it.
Yes, I see that. Now let's try not to go down with it.
Right, let's wander my way around. Cool. I think I might be on the final boss.
That solves that.
So let's give it a go.
It is,
We finally made it down here.
man. Time to confront Astos. Let's go.
Battle settings. Good. I can see his eyes at least.
We fought to dispel the darkness as warriors of light,
We're not warriors of light.
to save the world.
But we did too good of a job. So the Lufenians sent more darkness.
Maybe it wasn't just us getting rid of the darkness. Maybe someone was adding light as well.
That would be the princesses. Especially Sarah, I'd wager. No darkness.
We are
leaving
not the good
the castle's
guys.
walls.
Princess
Okay,
Sarah
well, Doom
must
is
have
unfortunate.
crystal. Maybe that's part of it.
All right.
I'll charge up the Holy.
Our crystals resonated when we met her at the fountain. Where did she get her hands on it?
Bomb. Okay, that's broken. That's done. Cool. The final boss will be 1 to 3 missions from now, you think?
As if we lose.
This feels very final.
More of those cubes.
Let's relax for a bit.
Then again, there wasn't enough setup for this being the... okay, I was going to say... Then again, after that... Oh, I don't want to have that helmet. I want to be able to see Jack's face. Take the goggles. In fact, you need to take the goggles on both classes, actually, because you won't have them if I don't. Yeah.
This is the one.
There wasn't, I guess, enough build-up for it, but it would be very fitting for this game to not properly build up to the final boss fight. Yo, my bitrate fucking shat the bed a little while ago. I had a proper little nightmare scenario. Stream must have, like,
You're late,
wigged out. Hi, Astos.
but no matter. Relax. We won't have any more gifts to deal with. Light and darkness are in perfect balance, thanks to your noble efforts.
Yay.
So, Where would you like me to start?
If you're going to give me a lore dump, I
First,
will relax.
Tell us who you are.
Guess.
Astos.
I'm not in the mood for games.
Thanks.
Guess.
A Lufenian?
No. Not one of them. They, on the other hand, are former Lufenians. They're working with me, but for their own ends. To be honest, they'd be just as happy to see me dead.
Pretty sure I murdered you in FF1 anyway, so that's fine.
I was the one who turned them into bats, after all. My enchantment will fade if you kill me. And I'm sure that's why they've been so very helpful to you. They're hoping you'll decide to slit my throat for all the trouble I've caused you. Isn't that right?
I'm sorry I asked. To be honest, I don't give a damn about you or these bats. Doesn't matter who or what you are. I only want one thing from you, Astos.
Chaos.
I want you to give me a reason to live. An enemy to fight.
This is not the
Can you do that?
plot, Fred, I thought we were going to get to with Jack.
I'd love to, Jack. Really,
The man
I
has
would.
lost his purpose in life and
But
is
I
now
can't.
wandering aimlessly looking for one, and that's incredible.
I've lived too long, you see.
What a-
An
what a-
eternity of regret.
what a
My
root
heart's
for this
full of enough
character.
Sadness, resentment, hatred, and rage to fill an ocean. I might as well be a dark crystal myself.
All right. Oh. Okay. I guess I am fine. All right.
Jack, I ask you one more time. Who am I?
Chaos.
The king of the Dark Elves.
That's all.
What, do you want me to say you're my mate?
Yeah.
He was looking for literally any other answer than for Jack to just go, yeah? Yeah, King of the Dark Elves, that'll do. That'll do. What else do you want to be?
Ash, why is darkness surrounding Astos?
I
What's
don't
going
know.
on?
Don't attack me. Dark Flare! Okay, you probably do a lot of magic attacks, so let's do Shelga. Okay, well there's a physical attack, kind of. Regenga. This music's fun.
Desperate.
Protecga. And then I'm going to cast Holy on you, because you seem light averse.
Now's your chance.
Primordial Bolt. He doesn't have... I did turn the sound effects down, I remember, but it's very quiet in this fight. Quieter than in the other fights. You have a cool kick combo. That's fun. Bomb. Sarah Strike. Dark Matter. Bomb. Did you just say turtling up? I'll carve through your shell. This music, this entire choice is very strange.
Better tread carefully.
Like, the sound effects have been dulled for this fight.
This sucks.
The sound effects were completely dulled. I am going to call it, though. What an oddity. A strange game. This is Chaos has given Astos incredible power, but the darkness in him can be purged through pain. Hurt him to weaken him, opening him up to further attacks. Astos is a brilliant and powerful wizard, but not exceptionally talented when it comes to fisticuffs. He's particularly weak against Jack's attacks. Darkness is drawn back, he can easily be staggered. Okay. I might stream this a bit during the day tomorrow, if I get a chance. Nope. If I get a chance, I might stream this tomorrow during the day, because I might be able to knock it out. Potentially. Man, what a time. Well, thank you to Trouble Planet for the follow and sub. That's a delight. Love it. Love to see it. Always a delight. I could finish this game. I could finish this game next stream. Same with God of War. I might be like about to finish 2 games in 1 week. That's wild. Enjoy your day, evening, afternoon, morning, or whatever it is where you are. I will be back tomorrow. I think with God of War in the schedule, because I don't know what my own schedule is. Because I'm not the best streamer. I'm the greatest one. Where's my schedule? God of War. Okay, Chaos should have been yesterday too. I actually played God of War on the wrong day. I'm smart. Yeah, so enjoy your time. I will be back tomorrow, potentially during the day, but almost certainly at 8 PM UK time. E-bye and all that.